Hello and welcome to our Threads of Fate scenario reviews. So this one, our first time through, felt really good because we fucked up in the jungle really bad and we were having a hard time. Then we came here and we rocked it.
Yep.
And we were like, yes, we did it. Threads of Fate is neat.
We even really got this our second time too.
We did worse, actually.
Really?
Yeah, than our first time. Like, because we were actually cutting it close, and our first time we, like, rocked it.
Okay.
Which I think is actually a good thing in favor of this. So this one's neat, where there are 3 act decks and 1 agenda deck. So you have multiple goals that you can be working through at one time. Here, I'll show it on the... So this is all the double-sided act and agenda decks that come up with this.
It's like 30 or 40 of them.
So... It's basically the story is you have 3 leads that you need to follow. You need to either help find the missing Alejandro, Harlan, or follow Ishtaka, right?
Figure what Ishitaka's doing, rescue Alejandro, or rescue the relic.
Yeah. And ultimately, you have time to do all 3, which I think thematically is actually kind of a fail, right?
It depends a little bit on the luck.
Yeah, it feels good as a player, and it's what makes it kind of like fun how like you guys can split up and do different objectives. But I think there should have been a way that if you did one, maybe one of the others... I mean, I understand why he didn't, because there's the whole big thing where there's all the checkboxes you need to hit to get the perfect ending, right? But like, if you do one of them is locked or something, right? Or at least alters. I think it'd be a little bit cooler, but that's not, to me, a knock against this, because I still think this one was a pretty cool experience the first time.
I mean, I think that if they just put like a hard lock on one of them, we would have complained about that too. And that because of the way this one lines up with the previous scenarios, and if I'm correct in my assumption, you're supposed to lose 1 or 2 characters after the second scenario, that it's a little bit easier than it needs to be. Than otherwise could be. And that, like, I do think that if they had a thing where, like, after you do this Act 3 thing, you can't do the other 2, that we would complain about that.
Yeah. So a hard lock wouldn't be good, but, like, maybe, like, it added something else.
But it's hard to do that without, like, making them too difficult. Like, in theory, all of your characters can just die in Scenario 2 if you restart with 0 experience decks, and, like, we're pretty good at the game, but a lot of people aren't. That might be very frustrating for people.
It's true, but I mean, I feel like the designer... I have faith in the designer to do it as opposed to just being like, make the time limit enough to do everything, is what I'm saying.
You just trust them to do it good.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Pardon?
Even though they apparently didn't.
I mean, they could have done better, I think. Like, there could have been something that made this one a bit more thematically good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Or, like, I mean, like, I'm not saying add more agenda cards that could have changed it, because there's already way too many for, like, that.
Add more agenda decks.
Yeah.
Outside of, like, having... I'm kind of okay with it. Like, to get all of them done, you kind of have to, like, luck into stuff. And maybe, like, that's what happened in real life. Maybe you were chasing down the guy you're chasing down a lead to find... the relic or whatever, and you see Ishitaka in a side street, and you're like, hey...
Even if they lowered the Doom threshold by 1... I think it would have made that be a bit more of a tense final bit to get the last thing.
Yeah,
but they needed to hail Satan, I understand, like... But overall, I think the theme for this one really feels like you're going out into Arkham and trying to solve 3 mysteries. So I think it's bang on. So that would that's what my only complaint is. I wish that there was just... It was a little bit harder to get all 3, to get 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ren? Justin and I talked a lot.
I think this one sits right about where it should be. Like, hitting all 3 is not impossible, but you do need to play fairly tight in order to get there. It helps a lot when you know what's coming.
Yes.
And when you cheat a little bit, like we did the second time we played this.
How do we cheat?
Well, you're not supposed to... There's multiple.
Oh, that's right, yes.
There's multiples,
Yeah.
But Travis didn't stop me, so it's his fault.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Another thing I like is that for all of the characters you can rescue, there's also an enemy version of them. So, like, depending on what happens or in the order.
Yep. No, this one is like a very high replayability. It's something that I would enjoy playing. This is like one of the scenarios in this one that I'd be like, yeah, I'll play this standalone. If it's especially, it's got that nice middle ground, so like the Midnight Masks, where it's like real hard to get a perfect ending, but like not real hard, but like reasonably difficult to get a perfect ending, but like not so punishing that you can't it's not gonna crush you for playing like suboptimal strategies and stuff. It's a good way to test out cards and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
I think
all
this
in
is a good
the,
one to test out cards. I definitely agree with that.
And coincidentally, it's also in the old ARKHAM.
Oh man, I can't even tell you how much I
Curiosity
miss. I just miss having ARKHAM. So even this being in ARKHAM really helps this scenario for me. If this was in like
It's very
Welcome to
grounded.
Mexico, Explore Mexico, which is the next one, is still great. But being in ARKHAM made this one feel good.
Going back home.
Yeah.
It's nice.
What do we think of theme overall for theme?
I guess when I saw a 3.5.
Yeah, I'm exactly on 3.5 as well.
Yeah, like it doesn't have like a super strong theme by default, but like it does it well.
Another thing I think that would also make it really cool if it had something like the Masked Hunter where someone starts chasing you as you get closer would also have helped that tension a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's something that if I had to like would bump it up to a 4, but I'm happy with 3.5. But I'm actually waiting to see what Bryn says.
I don't think you need that. This is like a pseudo scenario 1, I think.
Yeah. That's fair. It does kind of feel like a scenario 1.
Yeah, I think if things changed a little more as you completed your different act decks, then you know, maybe it would be a little bit more fun.
Yeah. So
Maybe
Like
we
if you know
had-
you go and do Ishtaka's thing and somebody's, you know, you've got whatever Alejandro's guy's chasing you.
yeah.
Spoilers. He's not what he seems.
maybe
Or something like
if
that.
we had a third Act 1 deck for each pile.
Maybe.
That changed when you hit Act 3 for a different
Yeah,
deck.
maybe if there were more cards
More
in the act and
decks.
agenda
Yeah.
decks.
It would be better.
But
Anyway.
seriously, this one doesn't need more cards in those decks.
Give us another run. You have to do that. It's part of your contract.
8.
8. Okay, we'll go 3.5.
That's like 4.
It's a number.
Scale.
What do we think of the fun?
I enjoyed this one.
I mean, it's not like exciting fun. I'm not like I want to play this one because it's
No.
so much fun. But it's not bad. I think it's above average.
Yeah, I think I give this one like a 3.5.
I'm on the 3.5 as well. So let's see what Bryn says.
It's no Essex County Express.
No.
But I think I'd still give this like a 3-ish.
Cool, let's go 3. I think 3 is
Yeah.
3 is totally fair. Difficulty. I think overall it's not too difficult because, like you said,
Yeah, I
it's
was
like
gonna put this at like a 2.
yeah, below average.
Because like if you're just trying to like scrape through and get like an ending in this campaign.
Yeah.
You can do it very easily.
Yeah, but like if you're trying to like do real good, you have to do real good on a lot of encounters, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it really depends as to whether you're actually trying to finish everything. If you're trying to finish everything, I'd give this like a 3.5, maybe a 4 in difficulty because you kind of do have to be everywhere at the right time. You have to be succeeding tests fairly
Regularly.
consistently.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it quite difficult. But if you're trying for any or
Let's
even
just say, like,
2 of them, if
Let's
you're
just say
trying
like
to do 2 of them,
2.5. 2.5.
Yeah, then I'd give it like a 2 or maybe a 2.5.
Yeah, we'll go to like if I could do like 2.25.
You should have a different one where the Cthulhu's are red for when we can't agree.
Yeah.
So he's angry about it.
Yeah, like it's not too hard to finish this scenario just in general.
Yeah.
But it is quite difficult to get the perfect ending to it.
Overall, I think depending on like our last
I give
ratings.
this one a 3.5.
Yeah.
Again, I'd give it like a 2.5 before, but it being such a great card testing scenario, I think really gives it the extra point for me.
Yeah, I'm 3.5 as well. I feel like this is the first hit in the campaign where I felt like I was playing the game as opposed to the game playing me. Right?
Yeah. Although that feeling of the game playing you is pretty core
It is.
to
but
the
like,
Arkham files. So
Really, I thought it was like being punished for trying to play the game.
yeah, the game.
They're different.
All right, sure.
what do you think, Bryn?
I don't know. I'd probably give this one a 3 overall.
I think 3 is fair. Yeah, 3. I think we all can agree on
Yeah.
that.
Like it's good.
Yeah, I think this one is it's an above average scenario and a good time overall. And I think we'll try that out. I think we should try it out for our next deck testing one.
Yep.
Just to change the pace a bit.
One point against this one is that like, are you just trying to get me to get these cards out again?
Yeah.
One point against this one is that setup's a mess. You have to check your campaign log like 6 different times. And then you have to like dig through and find out which agendas you need to take out. And
Yeah.
stuff.
I haven't had to set any of these up,
Perhaps.
so I can't even comment on that. There also is a resupply at the end where you can spend experience to get rid of trauma, because you can actually get quite a lot of experience from this one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like I said, this is a pseudo scenario 1 though. I think that if your guys all live through the first 2 and you do well in this one, you're quite far ahead of the campaign.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we really felt that when we played the second time.
Yes, we were feeling very good. And then we
We were
got
like, wow,
to the
we're
last
crushing
one
it.
and we were like, it's impossible! If you do the perfect ending.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one, which is called
Boundary Beyond.
Boundary Beyond.
Fuck this one.